What's going on, guys? CardMechanic here, and today I'm going to be doing an amazing collab video with a million card tricks. So here's how it's going to work. I'm going to be featuring a video that he has recorded on my channel, and he's going to be featuring a video that I recorded on his channel. So after you watch this, make sure to go and check out my video on his channel. I'll put the link to that somewhere, description, screen, something's going to happen with that. But all that being said, let's go into his video.
Hey guys, a million card tricks here. So I want to thank CardMechanic for featuring me on his channel. If you guys want to check out my channel, just go ahead and type a million card tricks into YouTube and you should find me pretty easily. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to perform a very cool version of any card at any number. Now this is a version that I really like because it really allows you to practice your sleight of hand and also just practice your smoothness and fluidity utilizing your presentation as well as your sleight of hand. So without further ado, I'm going to get right into the performance for this trick. So mind you, this trick is a little bit more on the intermediate / advanced side, but it is completely impromptu and you can do it with a borrowed shuffled deck of cards. So here we go. Alright guys, so for this trick we have a deck which is completely borrowed and shuffled by the spectator. They can go ahead and mix it up as much as they would like to. And you guys can see here all the cards are completely random and all different as well. So at this point I would actually have the spectator just go out and touch any card. So let's say they go ahead and touch this card over here. Let's take a look. It's the Jack of Hearts. So they can actually go ahead and sign their name across the card if they would like to. But we're going to have them say stop anywhere, and we'll place their card right where they said stop, just like this. So somewhere in the center of the deck, the Jack of Hearts now is lost. And you guys can see it really is not near the top or anything like that. And also the card is not near the bottom, just like this. So really, at this point, I could shuffle the cards a little bit more if the spectator would like me to, but it really doesn't matter because you saw your card getting lost somewhere in the deck, and I just showed you it wasn't near the top or the bottom. So all I want you to do now is I want you to decide where your card ends up in the deck. I want you to name any number between 1 and 52, and if your luck is just right, hopefully, your card will actually be in that exact position. So let's see if we can do this. So let's say they name any number. Let's say they name the number 13, for example. So they could have named literally any number in the entire deck, and they also literally could have picked any of these cards. Like, it really doesn't matter. But they said 13, right? Completely free choice. So at this point, I'm actually going to hand the deck over to them, and I'm not going to touch it from this point on in the trick. So I would have them deal the cards face up on the table one at a time, and let's see if their card, the Jack of Hearts, is in the 13th position. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The Jack of Hearts. Yes, it is the Jack of Hearts. Alright guys, so here's the tutorial for the trick that you just saw. So like I said, this is a little bit more on the intermediate / advanced side of the spectrum. But once you guys get it down, you should be able to do it pretty smoothly without really hesitating in the performance. So it does require a little bit of mental math, but it's very simple. So all that's really happening in this trick is you're having them choose a card, right? Let's say it's this card here, the Jack of Spades. What you're going to do is you're going to control this card eventually through some controls, which I'm going to show you how to do in a minute. But you're going to be controlling this card to the 20th position in the deck. So you're going to control it so that it's 20 cards down from the top of the deck. And then from that point on, you're going to have the spectator name literally any number, and then whichever number they say, you're going to be rearranging the cards accordingly so that their card will land at their chosen number, and you're going to be rearranging them by doing what's called the turnover pass. So that's one thing that I will not be really going into full depth tutorial of how to do a turnover pass. Most of you guys should know how to do turnover pass, but if you don't know, I'll do a very quick little overview of what it looks like. But there are many full tutorials on YouTube. So basically, let's just say you have a break here, and what you're going to do is you're going to curl your index finger underneath the deck. You're going to be lifting up the top half of the deck just slightly. That will allow you to take your index finger and just sort of extend it, and that will allow the bottom packet to turn over, giving it its name, the turnover pass. So you're going to be lifting this half up slightly. That will give this room to turn over, and when this is halfway turned over, like at this point over here, you're going to use your index finger on the top packet, and you're going to be turning it over, and then you're going to flip over everything and just place it all together again, just like this. And what you've just done is you've actually cut the cards, but you've done it in the action of turning over the deck. So it should just look like you're turning over the deck, but in reality, you are actually rearranging the cards around, but it just looks like a very natural move. So there's your little overview of the turnover pass, and now I'm going to show you guys a full tutorial on how to get the card in the 20th position and how to rearrange the cards accordingly. So like I said, this is impromptu, so you can shuffle the deck before you start. You can have the spectator shuffle the deck, and what you're going to do is you're going to start by having them choose any card in the entire deck. So let's say they choose this card, the 9 of spades. You can have them sign the card or not, it doesn't really matter, but if you let them sign the card, that's actually a perfect opportunity to do this next move, which is get ready for a control. So a rule that you're going to have to keep throughout this entire trick is when counting the cards, you don't want to count them one at a time, because that will take forever. A very quick way to count cards is to do it in groups of 3. If you just kind of take your thumb and just push the cards off, you can very easily see 3 cards, and then when you grab those 3 cards, you can easily push off another 3 cards with your finger, just like this. And this is going to be the basic rule for the entire trick. Counting in groups of 3, that's going to be very important for later on. It's also important for the control right now. You're going to need to count 9 cards in order to control the card to the 10th position. So a very easy way to do this is just do 3 groups of 9. So you're just going to count off, okay, so that's 1 group right there, 2, and 3, and then you're going to hold a break right there at the 10th position, just like this. And now you're ready to do a bluff pass. So once they're done signing the card, you can turn back around, and then you can have them say stop anywhere. You're going to hold this break and riffle down anywhere. They say stop, and then what you're going to do is you're going to bring your hand down, and you're going to let go of the thumb break, take your hand, pick up all the cards from the break. You're only going to be picking up 9 cards, but from the spectator's point of view, it just kind of looks like this. It just looks like you're lifting up half the deck or so, but they really don't know that you're lifting up 9 cards. And you just practice this in front of a mirror, and you guys should get the angles down where it looks just like a normal half of the deck. So you're going to have them say stop anywhere. You're going to just lift up the cards from the break, so only 9 cards, and you're going to have them place the card right there at the 10th position. And then you're just going to take these cards, drop them on top, or you can kind of, slap them on top like that. That will kind of make the illusion a little bit stronger that it really is getting lost in the middle of the deck. And at this point, my favorite part is you can really show the spectator their card, the 9 of spades, is not near the top. I like to show the top 4 cards, and that will really give a nice convincer that their card is not near the top. And then I like to flip over the cards and show like the bottom few cards as well. So at this point, I'm going to be controlling the card to the 20th position. So now it's in the 10th position from the top, and now I'm going to be controlling it to the 20th position. So how I'm going to do that is I'm going to be shuffling 10 cards from the bottom to the top, and I just do that using an overhand shuffle. So I do it in 2 groups of 4, and then 1 more group of 2 cards. So 4, 4, 2. 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 2 is 10. That's very easy to remember. So I just say, so I could technically shuffle the cards like this. That's 1 group of 4. 2, and then 2 more cards, and then I just throw the rest of the deck on top, and that controls their card to the 20th position in the deck. Once you shuffle the 10 cards to the top, you can actually just give the deck a nice false cut. Any false cut that looks realistic will be fine. And at this point, you're just going to sort of pick up the deck and just kind of be casually spreading out the cards a little bit, and that will be some good cover for you to be counting the cards in just a minute. So now you're going to have them name any number. So there's basically just 2 options here. If their number is smaller than 20, then you're going to be counting cards from the top of the deck. If their number is bigger than 20, then you're going to be counting cards from the bottom of the deck. So let's start with the easier version, which is they name a number smaller than 20. So let's say they name a number like 13, which is smaller than 20, and that's also the same number that I did in the performance. The main sort of formula for how to do this is you're going to do 20 minus their number, and then that should give you the amount of cards you need to rearrange. So 20 minus 13 is 7. That means I need to count 7 cards from the top and turn over past them to the bottom. So 7 cards is very small, and it's very easy to do that in groups of 3. So all I'm going to do is when they say the number 13, in my head, I'm going to go 20 minus 13. Okay, that's 7. I'm going to just casually spread off a group of 3, another group of 3, that's 6, and then 1 more card. That would be 7. And then I'm just going to kind of hold my finger there, and then I can spread off a little bit more. And then when I square up the cards, I'll catch my break, and then I'm going to do my turnover pass. So I'm going to lift up, turn over, and then turn over everything, and that should move those 7 cards to the bottom, and then I can spread out from the bottom, square up, and then just normally turn over the cards. And now their cards should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 cards from the top. So this really works for any number that is smaller than 20. If they said 9, for example, I would do 20 minus 9, and that would be 11. So I would just count 11 cards over and then turn over past them to the bottom, and then I would give them the deck and they would count 9 cards down. It would be their card. So just practice it and just get the mental math down. It's very, very simple. If they name a number bigger than 20, let's say they name the number 29, for example. They can name any number, let's say 29. I know that the number is bigger than 20, obviously, so I'm gonna know now that I have to count cards from the bottom. So instantly, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take the deck and I'm gonna turn it over face up. If they name a number bigger than 20, turn the deck over face up, and that will make it much easier for you to count the cards, because if you're counting cards like this from the bottom, that just kind of looks kind of weird and very awkward. So just turn the deck over face up. If they name a number bigger than 20, the formula is basically just sort of, the numbers are kind of switched around. So it's their number minus 20 equals the amount of cards you need to move. They said 29, so I do 29 minus 20 is 9. So all I have to do is count 3 groups of 3. So 1, 2, 3, kind of keep my finger there, spread over some more cards, and then square up, get my break, and then do a turnover pass just like this. And that should add 9 cards now to the top of the deck. And to be consistent, I'm gonna keep spreading over some cards from the top, and then I can just stop there. So the main rule for consistency is no matter what side you start on, you wanna spread over some cards, square up, do your turnover pass or whatever, and then spread off some more cards on the other side, square up, and then turn over again. So that's basically the main consistency. And throughout this part, your presentation or your patter should be like, well, okay, interesting. You literally had a completely free choice of a card, you signed your name, you did everything you wanted to, blah, 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 you named any number, and you're just sort of reminding them of how random this really is. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna hand them the deck. When the deck is out of your hands, then and only then is when you say, all right, so now I'm not even touching the cards. I want you to pick up the cards and deal the cards face up one at a time, and you should be able to get to your cards. So they said 29, I think, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, and 29. There you go, the 9 of spades. So this really does work with any number they name. You just have to remember the little formulas. If it's smaller than 20, you do it from the top. If it's bigger than 20, do it from the bottom, and just practice that turnover pass in the mirror. Just make sure it's very, very smooth and very invisible, and that will just make sure your spectators won't be able to tell what is going on in the trick. So yeah, guys, this is just a very fun trick to practice your sleights and your presentation skills. Go ahead, try this one out. I think it really, really fools and it really kills. So perform this trick, and hopefully you guys will come over to my channel, Million Card Tricks, and check it out. I have videos pretty much every weekend on beginner, intermediate, and advanced card tricks. So go ahead, subscribe to my channel, and once again, thank you to CardMechanic for featuring me on his channel. So see you guys next time. Bye.
So that pretty much wraps up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and as always, thank you so much for watching. If you guys haven't checked out a Million Card Tricks, channel, which would be weird if you checked out mine before his, because he has such a huge channel, you could literally go on the search bar and search up a Million Card Tricks, and it would show up. But I'll also put his channel link in the description, so you can go make sure to click on there as well, whatever you want to do. So all that being said, make sure to go on my Patreon page, check that out to help support my channel and get some cool perks while doing it. And also make sure to go check out my social media links down in the description for all my status updates. And all that being said, I will see you in the next video. Welcome to the end screen. If you liked the video, make sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe, because subscribing is good. Thanks for watching.